Welcome to the Clubhouse Corner with Benny, Moose, and Eddie, straight from Fremont to the Clubhouse. Dive into a world where East Coast golf elegance meets West Coast chill. It's all about the love of the game, so tune in and make every shot count with us. Eddie, we're back.
We're back at it, Benny Moose.
Clubhouse Corner.
Number 3.
Number 3. I mean, I keep hearing a lot of good stuff about this show.
That's good.
That's good. People say, hey, and they keep asking me, when can I listen to it?
That's amazing.
How cool is that?
I think it's all about the accent. They want to hear my accent.
Well, I love your accent. Okay.
I'm trying to hold on to it.
Want to welcome John Dunton.
It's a pleasure to be here, everybody. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks, John. John's a one of our charter members at the Clubhouse. Thought it would be a good idea to bring him in to give a little feedback, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. Going to do a little recap about last week.
Welcome, John.
Thank you.
So welcome here, and thank you for being here.
And it's my pleasure for being here.
Terrific.
Nice hat, by the way.
Hey, thank you. You know, a little bit of Clubhouse on me.
Oh, yeah, look at that, a little Clubhouse.
I actually won it at closest to pin last night.
There you go. We could talk about that in a little bit.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Trumer Pills. Trumer Pills, the perfect Pilsner. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
You know, it's crisp, refreshing, and perfect for the golf course, perfect for a Friday afternoon.
Berkeley Tap Room.
Berkeley Tap Room, the perfect Pilsner. Thank you, Trumer, for being a part of this and making it happen. Means a lot. So, Eddie, last week we had a couple rounds. I know I had a couple competitions, and you played at Boulder. Did you make it out?
No, unfortunately, it didn't work out. My daughter came back from... she went with the church to Mexico for a week to build a house with the church.
Yeah.
She came back. We were supposed to play Sunday. She was absolutely exhausted, so she didn't want to get out of bed. And my member's sister, it was her birthday, and I guess he didn't want to get out of bed either. So unfortunately, the tee time didn't work out, but that's all good. There's plenty more rounds in the future. Playing Santa Teresa next week, and then back to Boulder the following week. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Didn't work out, but that's all good.
Yeah, that's okay.
What about you, Benny?
Played the Founders Cup. Told you about that. You know, the Stableford scoring at Rinconada. Didn't do so well.
How many points did you get?
Not enough.
Right. How many points did you get?
Not enough.
Okay,
not enough. 24.
24.
The
okay.
leader had, I think, 37.
Yeah.
You know, so it was not my day.
But
I didn't have the grip.
The grip. Got to get a grip, right, Benny?
I got to get a grip on life.
Yeah.
Then I played in the AM Tour. You know, I met Dan Gaucho over at NorCal Division.
Dan's the head honcho, right?
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. So met him, played in the tournament, played at Harding Park, PGA championship site, multiple championships, etc. It was a bitch.
Yeah. Tough day.
Oh, super soft. We looked for balls on every hole.
Yeah.
I think it was 5.5 hour round.
Oh, that's long.
It was brutal.
That's the thing. When you go to courses like that, it's 5.5 hours. I mean, you go play Pebble, which is amazing. It's a 6-hour round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily they had, lift, clean, and cheat. Mm-hmm. So we were able to, I think move it to club. But balls are plugging everywhere. I mean, we looked for balls for days. But you know what? We were all bird dogs, and we never lost a ball.
Wow. That's
Nice.
Our entire foursome, we found every single ball. I shot 85.
Okay.
But yeah.
Hey, better than 86.
I wasn't last. Came in third in my flight.
Nice.
So I think I don't know what it was, 19th overall or
First
something.
Tournament with the USAM Tour, right?
Yeah.
So,
Didn't play great, didn't play horrible, but didn't embarrass myself.
Okay. Good.
So made up for it. It was all good.
Nice.
So, but anyway, back to John Dunton. And
All right.
I'm going to turn this over to you, Eddie. A little bit of love for the Clubhouse. We created this thing, right? We want to get some love for the love of the game.
That's right. We have Clubhouse memberships. Right now, I think we have 23 memberships. Enjoy 2-hour simulator time daily. They have their USGA handicap involved with that. They get discounts on all their hard goods, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, and PXG. They get birdie bucks they can use at the 19th hole. They get guest passes. They get access to exclusive member events, discounts on leagues, and much, much more. And we're keep adding on lots of added benefits. And John is one of our members. John, you're one of our coolest members. You take advantage of it. You're there. You use the facility. You play in leagues. You take golf lessons. You've gone from, someone that's never really played before to where you're at today. Tell us a little bit about your experience at the clubhouse.
The clubhouse is definitely the spot for me. You know, they have a little saying. What is it? The
private club for the public
club
golfer.
For the public golfer. There it is. You know, I like that saying.
Yeah.
Really, man, I was just a new golfer. Didn't have anybody to golf with.
Wait, did you ever play golf before?
I had a coworker that put me into it. I had played maybe 2 rounds of golf before I found
in your life.
Yeah, in my life before
Okay.
I found the clubhouse.
We got to make sure. Okay.
And it was one of the cool things. Now you're starting to go away with other members and play places like Poppy Hills last week. This week you're going to play Poppy Ridge.
Yep, correct.
How did you get there?
I just joined up for league night because I didn't have any golfing buddies, and then before the first league was over, I made some friends, and now we're going out casually and going to different courses all the time as much as we're available to.
And did you work with Eddie on your game?
Oh yeah, Eddie is great at giving lessons. He's taken me from I was casually shooting 130 on 18, and now I'm down to 95, 92. So I mean, he's got it down.
Wow, that's almost 40 shots.
Yeah.
I wish I could take 40 shots off mine.
You did that math real quick. Keep talking.
Yeah, it's he definitely swung me through all of the hard parts in my game. It just took a little bit of time and effort and a little bit of Eddie's guidance on teaching me how to do it.
And John, you've done fantastic because you pay attention and you have the desire to learn.
Well,
it's a pleasure teaching someone that actually wants to learn and puts in the work. So good for you, man.
Yeah, with a sport like this, it's addicting, and I tell you all the time. What makes it addicting to me is I've always been a guy that sport comes easily to me.
Right.
And golf did not.
You've said that before, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just one of the hardest sports for me to pick up, but that's why I enjoy it so much.
That's right.
What was your sport that you really excelled at?
So I did baseball in my younger years, but what the most that I excelled at, I was actually a state swimmer. So I competed competitively in swimming.
Yeah, that would make sense because you weigh nothing. I mean, you just fly along the water.
I just skim right across it.
So how do you attribute those, athletic attributes to learning the game of golf with an instructor like Eddie?
Originally the baseball thing, baseball isn't so bad, because you still have your swing, but apparently, a lot of us baseball players, we tend to have the over-the-top issue, and that was stuck with me for the longest time, and Eddie finally broke me of that, and I no longer have anything over the top. Everything is inside to out.
It's baseball is a rotary sport, same with golf. It's a hand-eye coordination thing, same with golf. So there's a lot of similarities, just different planes.
Yeah.
I can hit a baseball. The first time I ever tried it was in San Diego when I worked at Torrey Pines. I went to a batting cage. Within a couple of minutes, I was able to direct it left and right. So it's rotary sport, hand-eye coordination. There's a lot of similarities between baseball. Swimming is kind of a linear type thing. Baseball is a rotary type thing, and that's kind of more common with golf.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of incorporation from swimming into golf. Just you're using all your muscles in all of the sports.
Well, athleticism, will always follow suit.
Yeah.
But you're an athlete and you listen to a coach, and that's the biggest thing I think in golf. If you want to learn, then you have to want to learn, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so if you don't want it, then it's not going to happen. And I think, John, you definitely want it.
Oh yeah. I like I said, I'm completely addicted to this sport, and I want to do better, and that's why I have this great man Eddie here as my instructor. And every time I feel like something might be off, I go straight to him and be like, "Hey man, I think it's time. Sign me up."
That's terrific.
That's great. Well, that's one thing I can't teach is desire. I
yeah.
can't teach that desire to want to learn. I'm happy to teach people that want to learn.
Yeah, you do need to want to play, because if you don't, what's the point in taking the lesson? You're
Right.
like, well, I'm not gonna listen.
Right.
You know, you
Right.
got to have the desire, like
Right.
like you said, to actually take everything through and through and
Yeah.
follow out with it.
For sure. That's
Well,
good stuff.
we're blessed to have you, John.
Hey, you know, I enjoy the clubhouse. You guys have done everything proper for me. I really enjoy being there as a member. I love the atmosphere. I love the people. It's good all around. I enjoy the place.
Well, that's what it's built for.
Hey,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I have my bucket hat on. I just literally came off the golf course. I'm still in my rain pants, and so this is the Caddy Shack. Talk about
For sure.
Carl Spackler, right? I mean, so. Anyway, so John, yeah, it's great to have you, and it's you make the clubhouse become what it is, and so it's awesome. But so let's elaborate a little bit more before we change topics. What's in your bag now?
Oh, okay.
Compared to what you had before.
So originally, I just picked up a little starter set off of Facebook Marketplace. I had me some Callaway Maverick irons. I had a TaylorMade M2 as my driver.
A few years old.
Yeah, I didn't have a 3-wood. Didn't have a 5-wood. Didn't even have any wedges. But now, throughout the membership, with their great discounts for being a member, they've gotten me some nice Paradigm irons. I've got me a Paradigm driver, a Paradigm 3-wood, and I just picked me up the Odyssey 7 putter.
Yep.
So now
The
I got
AI Smoke milled putter.
Yep.
Brand spanking new.
Brand new. It's so clean. I love the little milled face on there.
Yeah, because
And-
it's gold, right? You like the
Yep.
gold.
I like the shiny parts.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to make better putts.
Yep. And then let's see.
You got your golf bag too, right?
Yep, I
With
got
your name on it.
Yeah, I got the golf bag with my name embroidered on it.
It's almost like you're sponsored by Callaway.
I'm trying to get everything in my bag.
Callaway.
Callaway. The only thing that can't find its way into my bag that's Callaway are the wedges, because Mizuno's got them on that.
Yeah.
But I like the T20s.
Yeah, that's great.
You gotta try those full toe wedges from Callaway.
The full toes.
The full toe, they are awesome.
I did have a jaw at one point, a little 58 degree. Sold it to your bartender.
You did?
Yeah.
Keep everything in house.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, I got this nice
Did
one.
you get your money back?
Close enough.
All right, good.
I bought a wedge and sold a wedge.
All right. Perfect. Well, John, it's really a pleasure again. I can't reiterate the fact that the idea behind the clubhouse was to have a place for everybody to be comfortable, have a place to love the game, and Eddie, you're bringing the game to the masses. So it's fun.
It's been a passion project of yours at the start.
Sure.
And starting this membership program, getting everyone added. I've seen a transformation over the last couple of months where the members are now starting to congregate and hang out together with each other at the clubhouse and then go play golf at other places. And this is the whole concept of your concept. It's starting to really take shape. And I love to see that. Golf is about meeting other people, starting relationships, and then growing from there. So it's transformative for you, John, and I love to see that. I love it.
Yeah.
I've been playing golf since I was 5 years old. I've been members at clubs for a long, long time. I can't get that experience back again, but I can see it through you. I can see that through your learning how to play golf, and it's a joy to be able to see. So thank you for being a part of the Clubhouse membership. It is the private club for the public golfer. We can offer some amazing services that you will not get anywhere else. So thank you for being a part. We're really happy you're here.
Hey, not a problem. I appreciate the hospitality you guys are giving me. Everything's always awesome there.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Yeah.
And you don't have to walk too far to get a drink.
That's right.
What is it? Less than 10 yards from the first tee, right?
Pretty close.
A chip shot away from the first tee.
Yeah.
So Eddie, you've brought John into the world of golf, which is a rabbit hole in itself. What is your tip of the week
Tip of the week
for this week? Let's go.
Tip of the week last week was pretty good, right?
It changed my game.
Yeah.
I shot back-to-back 75s listening to you talk.
Wow. It's all the accent, it's behind the accent. Sorry. So the tip of the week this week, it's really quite simple. Little ball, big ball. When you play golf, there's 2 balls you have to hit. The golf ball and then the big ball. Planet Earth is a really big ball. PGA Tour average 7-iron. Angle of attack is negative 4.3. So the club comes down almost like a plane that comes in for landing, right? The club comes down, hits the golf ball, then drives into planet Earth, takes a little divot, right? Not a big one, but a little divot, and then comes up. So the lowest point of the swing has to be ahead of the golf ball.
But you hit the
little
ball
ball
first,
and then the big ball, planet Earth. Okay? Little ball, big ball. Now, this is good for beginners. It's good for better players. PGA Tour average low point of the swing is about 4.5 inches ahead of the ball with a 7-iron. Most people that I teach for beginning golfers don't even know that they have to hit the ground. Some people, especially lady golfers, are like, I don't want to hit planet Earth. They think it's going to hurt them. But when you don't hit planet Earth and you hit the top part of the ball, that ball's not going up in the air. So rule number 1, ball's got to get up in the air. How does the ball get up in the air? There's 2 balls you have to hit, the little ball and the big one. A very simple drill for beginners to do. It's a scaffolding drill, and it's 4 swings. The first swing, it's without a golf ball. You're just going to try and take a swing and hit planet Earth. Give it a little haircut. See, I've got hardly any hair. Give it a little haircut. Don't take the whole chunk off, but give it a little brush. Second swing, place a T-peg in the ground and just go and try and whack that T-peg, right? Make sure that T-peg comes up. Third swing, there's going to be a ball on top of the T-peg. If the T-peg comes up, the ball goes up. And then the fourth one, you're going to put the golf ball there with the T-peg about 3 inches ahead of the ball. You're going to try and hit the golf ball and then hit the T-peg out to the driving range. Okay, so it's like a 4-step process. Try and hit the ground first, then hit the ground with a tee, hit the ball on top of the tee, and then the ball, then the tee. And that's what I do for all my beginners. Once the ball goes up in there, then we can talk about direction. We can talk about distance. For the better player, this is a low point drill. When you're at the range, if you've got a grass range, get a tee, do a line in the grass, make a little line in the grass. Without a golf ball sitting there, make sure that you take some divots ahead of the line.
Where's the line in regards to where the ball would be?
So the line's going to be with a pitching wedge right in the middle of your body, in the middle of your feet. Okay. So draw a line, a couple of feet right in front of you. Make sure that divot is ahead of the line. Once you do like 5 or 6 swings and you're comfortable with that, then stick a ball on the line and repeat the same process. So it's a low point drill. The lowest point of the swing is nowhere near the golf ball. At the PGA Tour with the 7-iron is about 4.5 inches ahead of the golf ball. Okay? Most people that I see hit the big ball first and then the little ball, and we call it a fat shot.
Yeah.
And fat and thin is the same problem. So today's tip of the day is little ball, big ball. There's 2 balls you have to hit, the golf ball, then planet Earth.
Love it.
Can I tell you a joke?
But yes, before you do, can I elaborate on that?
Of course.
So you helped me on this exponentially. When you started working with my game, coming into the clubhouse, yada yada. Okay. Golf is a game of opposites. So you have to hit down to make it go up, left to make it go right, right to make it go left. And we can get into those, over time. But to your point, little ball first, big ball second.
Right. If
So
I took this ball and I was to throw it up in the air, I would just do that with my hand, right? So now the ball's on the ground. Our inclination is to go down there and lift it up into the air.
yeah.
It's actually the opposite. Because the club has loft, you have to have it drive down for it to go up. So that's why it's a game of opposites. If I was to get my hand, throw it up, that's what would happen. You actually have to drive the club on a negative angle of attack for the ball to go up.
Yeah.
Because the club has loft.
And I would honestly have to say, Eddie, that majority of amateur golfers, and I'm an amateur golfer, of course, I never knew that. I always thought, okay, you have to hit underneath it to make it go up.
Right. So
everybody thinks you have to scoop it.
Right.
And then
scooping is a bad thing. It's a
So
bad terminology in golf. It is good if you want to hit a bunker shot or a flop shot around the green.
Yeah.
But an actual golf shot, no, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't work.
So we can get into a little bit more of the physics.
That's a good point there.
Maybe later. But yeah, your joke, please.
So this is my joke, and this is what I call a fat joke. This is when the golfer comes down, hits the big ball before the little ball, right? I've given so many lessons over the years, and we get frustrated golfers giving them lessons, and they're hitting it fat all day. So I have to alleviate it with a funny joke. So the joke goes like this. Right? Guy plays golf on a Saturday morning, plays 18 holes, walks out, finishes round, goes home, walks in the front door. His wife opens up the door. Boom! He knocks her right out. She falls right on her ass. And she's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And he goes, I've been hitting everything fat today.
Oh, Eddie. Well,
So,
you're gonna.
it's that's my fat joke. It's a classic. Be careful who you say it to.
Well,
But
you
it,
just
it,
said it to a lot of people.
it certainly alleviates the frustration that golfers have, so, yeah.
Oh,
I'm taking that one home with me
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, just what do you call it? Ball. It's impact ball striking. Ball striking creates scoring.
Yeah, for sure,
And
yeah.
so once you get that down, it makes a
Yeah,
huge
the
difference.
key to good iron control is distance control.
Yeah.
When your low point is off, whether you're hitting it, an inch behind the ball, an inch ahead of the ball, and it's off, you're going to hit it short of the green, long of the green. The key to good golfing is good distance control, and that becomes reliable impact.
Yeah.
So these low point drills help your distance control. We're always going to hit it a little bit left. We're always going to hit it a little bit right. But the key to it is being pin high with the pin on the green. So you're not short of the green, at the front of the green, or at the back of the green. That comes with low point control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great advice, Eddie. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I think a lot of people are going to thank you for that. And I think they should really come and see you as well. We had a fitting day at the clubhouse yesterday.
We did.
With Callaway.
Callaway were here with Sean Finity, our Northern California fitter. We had 5 fittings, started at 10 o'clock, finished around 3 o'clock. They've got the new AI smoke driver, which is optimized by artificial intelligence. Essentially what their whole concept is over the years of testing drivers, they've always tested the center of the club face, which is renowned as being the sweet spot. Well, very rarely do people actually hit the sweet spot. So what they've figured out was when you hit it off the toe, basically the face opens. When you hit it off the heel, the face closes. And they designed these clubs with a little bit of gear effect so that it kind of minimizes how much it opens and closes. Fancy term is moment of inertia, the resistance to twisting. So you get those off-center hits to kind of hit the fairway. When you hit it off the top of the face, the ball comes off with a high launch and low spin. When you hit it off and low in the face, it comes off low launch, high spin. They figured out how to manipulate the face on the toe and the heel and the bottom and the top to negate those off-center hits. So the actual face has maybe 10 or 14 different sweet spots, and they're all designed differently.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they've done it. They've taken that as well as put it in their putter technology as well. Putting is all about speed, and if you come up short, you go long, you're going to 3-putt. And if you hit it off center, that's going to affect it as well. So they've done the same thing with putting and their new AI smoke putters with the white hot and the milled putter that you just got. So yeah, it was a successful day yesterday. Guys came out and sold a few irons. We sold a few woods, and the product speaks for itself. It's a free fitting day that we do. So you can't beat the value, and we offer great prices at the clubhouse, as you know, John.
So Eddie, talking about pricing, okay, before we lose interest of everybody here, but a Callaway driver, the new Paradigm AI Smoke at the clubhouse, you can get for how much money?
Retails at $5.99, $600. We sell it for
$4.99.
$4.99.
Yeah. So you're gonna save $100 calling the clubhouse.
John just got the new milled putter. Expensive putter. You've got good taste, John. I think it's a little gold insert, right?
It's
So
the
you
shiny
got-
parts.
Yeah, the shiny parts. So he got it
Yeah,
with an
like the
upcharge
shiny.
putter, super stroke putter, and we were able to save him like $60, $70 off that putter.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
because we are a fitting
That's a round of golf.
facility,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to use it for.
There you go.
and of
Perfect.
course we have the Sam Putt Lab
Yeah.
at the facility. I had a 10-year-old kid come up to me today, traveled 3 hours to come for a golf lesson on the Sam Putt Lab.
Is that right?
10-year-old kid,
Wow.
kind of a tiger dad type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Kid's so sharp. I mean, I'm like looking at this kid. I'm like, how when did you start playing golf? 5 years old. I started playing when I was 5 years old. My dad didn't have the money to drive 3 hours and go for a sand putt lesson.
Just
finish.
a putting lesson.
Just a putting lesson.
At the clubhouse.
At the clubhouse.
Eddie.
There's 12 of these in California, and there's only 3 certified instructors.
And you're one of them.
I'm one of them.
Eddie at the FremontClubhouse.com.
Turning tragic into magic.
Love it. Eddie, that's spectacular. That is super, super.
Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting.
Super. It's just super.
Again, I love to teach people that want to learn.
Got to have that drive.
Yeah, that's it. So that's Eddie's tip of the week. Little ball, big ball. Come to the clubhouse. Get fit for some clubs. Learn how to use the clubs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe learn how to putt. Get on that Sam.
Yeah.
Well, we're wrapping up here. We got a couple minutes left. So, John, again, it's a more than a pleasure to have you as a member at the clubhouse, and coming from not playing golf really, and wanting just to get to know people, and then falling in love with a sport and a game, and now friendships are evolving.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was going to be a big thing for me. I thought maybe 1 or 2 rounds of golf and I would be out of there. And I'd be done. Nope. It stuck with me. I made friends, met you guys,
Spectacular.
And all my friends from league night were, like I say, we're casually going out and playing golf at real courses. And now, I got my little group that I can call up at any time, be like, hey, I got a tee time at here. You guys want in?
Yeah.
And, almost every time they're like, yeah.
I love it. Thank you, John.
That's what the whole thing is all about. It's a special place, and you can see these relationships starting to happen and grow together.
Yeah, it's so special. So, in closing here, guys, I want to really put a thank you again to Trumer Pills for allowing this to kind of get off the ground. I think we all enjoy the beer. Again, perfect for a crisp round of golf on a Friday afternoon. Cheers. Shout out to the US Am Tour. So if anybody out there is looking for some competition in general, I highly, highly recommend it to the amateur golfer, because it's the real deal. I mean, you're announced on the first tee.
Yeah.
Hey, from Los Gatos, California.
You didn't whiff it this time.
Ben
did you, Ben?
Musoff. No, I hit a good one.
Nice.
I hit a good one. I played good. And then, reach out to the US Am Tour. I think it's spectacular. Eddie, thank you for the tips of the week.
Oh, you're
Fabulous.
You're welcome. I'm happy to share.
Absolutely incredible. I think people are going to get a lot of benefit out of all of it. And, until next week, check out the clubhouse, book your next event.
Yep.
www.fremontclubhouse.com. See you guys. And Eddie, what do we do?
Turning tragic into magic.
All right, guys. See you next week.